Crash and burn! Emergency systems! No! Hello and welcome to another episode on the JB Wargamer 87 YouTube channel, and we're doing another mission from the Grand Tournament series. It is 2,000 points, and we haven't done this combination before. It's the Ultramarines versus their classic adversary, the Tau. So the terrain, as you can see here, is a volcanic wasteland, and there's fire billowing, the smoke, and of course the volcanic eruptions happening upon this planet here. Lots of line of sight blocking terrain here, a few craters here and there, and you can see here it's not quite fully succumbed to the lava as compared to other terrain pieces that we've seen from the past, but nonetheless this planet is being consumed by the underworld of this planet. Right, so this is the 2,000 points that has been sent to deal against the Tau scum. So I don't know if there's quite a themed list here. So everything's coming from reserve, and they're all in transports as well. And it's a little bit more competitive than my previous list, because I want the Ultramarines to win the game for my fellow supporters on the Patreon page. So I tried to build a list which is quite hard hitting, with a bit of aerial support as well as a little bit of close combat and lots of shooting ability as well. So we have a battalion detachment. This is a strike force size game that we're playing today. Of course, it's 2,000 points. So we have the Warlord, we have Cato Sicyrus. Now I've spent a command point to give him an additional Warlord trait. So he has Adeptus to the Codex as the standard Warlord trait, and then he also has the Storm of Fire ability as well. So any core units that are within 6 of Cato Sicyrus, they get a further AP minus when rolling to wound. So that's the command point there. And then of course we have a lieutenant accompanying him, and it's one of my patrons as well. The first patron, I call him, that's Marcus Fraze, and I've given him the relic, the Teeth of Terror. So his chainsword it's like an upgraded chainsword basically. So he also has a chainsword relic, and he also has a Stormbolter as well for his weaponry here. And then we have a chaplain. He has Litany of Faith as his Aurora, and then the Litany of Hate standard as well. So we have another patron. This is Darren Gardner. He's going to represent this chaplain over here. And then we've got 2 tactical squads, exactly the same combination. We have in each tactical squad number 1 and tactical squad number 2. So tactical squad number 1, the sergeant has got a combi melter, another specialist battle brother, he's got a melter gun, and another specialist battle brother equipped with a multi-melter, and the rest of the battle brothers are equipped with bolt guns. And it's exactly the same combination with this squad here. So there's a little bit of anti-tank capability that I've gone for here. And then they'll be going inside the Storm Raven, because the Storm Raven, it's not raisins today, Storm Raven has a transport capacity of 12. That's not including the Dreadnought, because the Dreadnought is at the back compartment, which is magna grappled to the Storm Raven. So this Dreadnought here, I've gone for the classic Dreadnought, equipped with the assault cannon, and an underslung Stormbolter and Dreadnought close combat weapon, which is the standard power fist on the Dreadnought. So for each of the Storm Ravens I've got here, they are equipped with twin multi-melters, hurricane bolters, and twin assault cannon upgrades. And it's exactly the same combination with this Storm Raven, and this Storm Raven is piloted by Dean Lighton. So he is in command of this Storm Raven today. So it's exactly the same weapons here. Exactly the same with the this dreadnought here, except I've gone for an inbuilt heavy flamer underslung. So exactly the same, pretty much. And then we have a drop pod, and we have a Devastator squad equipped with 4 multi-melters, and the Sergeant is equipped with a combi melter here. So that's coming down from drop pod. And then last of all, we have a full squad of 10 Assault Marines here. Now this is going to be not split into combat squads here, but these will be split into combat squads the moment they disembark from the transport. The reason why I've amalgamated the Assault Squad together is to make the use of the Hammer of Wrath stratagem. So it's as simple as that. Now this Sergeant, he is equipped with a Plasma Pistol and Power Sword. We have another Specialist Battle Brother, he is equipped with a Flamer. And then we have another Patron, one of the members of SSWG, that's Phil Marshall, and he's representing this Assault Marine here. And then another Space Marine here, he's equipped with a Plasma Pistol there. And all the rest of the Battle Brothers are equipped with bolt pistols and chainswords. And there's something a little bit different on the channel, on the future of the channel. So I've done Patronic dice, pretty much similar to Luke's Patronic dice. So anybody that's tier 5 or more gets their own unique dice, those that are representing the Cadian faction. So there's a little bit more of a reward for those that support me on the channel. So the patrons are George Whittle, Zach Butter, Ray Cross, Charles Cranford, Taylor Griselli, Luke Schringel, Winston Adkins, and Maxfield Knuckles, Thomas Matthews, and James Ortera. So these guys here, they're representing the Cadian faction, but obviously the Cadians are not present on this battlefield here. And we'd like to thank all of those, of course, that are supporting me on the other tiers as well. So there you go. So that there is 1997 points, not quite 2,000 points, but I feel pretty confident with this list, and I'm going to try something a little bit different, and it gives us an excuse to use the Storm Ravens as well. So that's the list, and it's time for the battle cry, of course. Courage and honour, we march for Macragge, and we shall know no fear. So that's the Ultramarines 2,000 points list. We're going to check out the Tau. Let's see what they've got. So this is the 2,000 points of Tau that has been sent to deal against the Ultramarines. So incredible models here. One of them looks like it's from Forge World, so I recognise that character there. What's the character's name again?
That is the Yuvara.
Yuvara. So do you know any narrative behind his background or anything like that? No?
No, I don't actually. I just know it was an expensive Forge World one. But we're really pleased to be able to use it.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. So looks like you've got a battalion detachment. You spent three command points.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so tell us what you got in the list.
Well, as you say, it's battalion.
Yeah.
This is, as people may have noticed by who the leader is, it is Farsight Enclaves.
O'Shover himself. Wow.
So we've got 2 commanders, one of them being Farsight himself. I'm really hoping he can get hold of Sicarius. And
this is a classic narrative battle report. It looks like, because O'Shover did fight against Cato.
Well, let's see if it happens.
Yeah, let's see if it happens. You never know. So a little bit of close combat element, which is quite surprising.
Which is unusual. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to see if we can actually use that as well. We're going to use the old strategy of pulling your belt in and trying to keep you close to us, I think. To use our firepower. We've got 3 infantry sections there. You can see we've got 2 fire teams. They are there just to sit on objectives. They're not going to do anything really. We've got the breaches. They've got a couple of drones, and they are going to be going into their devilfish, so we can move around as required tactically. And then the real key to the army is we've got 2 Riptides, not 3 Riptides, because we've got the Yuvara, which is a fast attack unit. We are going for velocity tracker on one of the Riptides, so that might come in useful against your aerial forces.
So which one got the air upgrade?
The one on the middle.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got the upgrade.
And they've got a couple of other tricks there that we're looking at targeting systems, and we'll see that as we play through the game.
Yeah, fantastic.
We have sunk an awful lot of points into the crisis suits in the middle.
Okay.
So it's a unit of 6.
Yeah.
Now it's about 400 points that's gone into this with a lot of drone support. You see the gun drones, not shield drones. Shield drones are very expensive now. So we'll go with gun drones. We try and put a bit more firepower.
Yeah.
And we can separate them if we need them to. We've then spent some command points. So it is a veteran cadre, which means their ballistic skills improved by 1.
Yeah.
So let's hope that pays off and gives us some more hits.
Yeah.
And then we also have a command point spent on a relic, and the name of the relic is reactive countermeasures. So let's see if we actually get to use that during the game as well.
Okay, right. Is that the list?
That's the list.
That's the list. Okay.
Quite a small list.
Is it on the nose?
It is actually 1,989 points.
1,989 points.
We couldn't find a use for the last 10, but we're feeling happy with the list actually.
Feeling happier. Okay. It's a gorgeous looking army. It's fantastic, and on the channel as well. First time. What a challenge it is for the Ultramarines to bring down this army, but will they? We'll find out as we go into the mission and deployment. So this is the mission that we're going to play in this particular battle report. It's from the Grand Tournament 2020 and it's a strike force size battle. So the mission is called Battle Lines. So the mission briefing. 2 armies approach the same battlefield determined to capture the vital strategic ground that separates their battle lines and, if possible, strike deep into enemy territory to deal the foe of a devastating blow. So primary objectives. Victory points are awarded for the controlling objective markers as follows. Take and hold. Progressive objective. Several strategic locations have been identified in your vicinity. You are ordered to assault these positions and hold them at any cost. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following conditions. They satisfy for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 1 or more objective markers. They control 2 or more objective markers. They control more objective markers than their opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. So secondary objectives. In this mission, when players are selecting their secondary objectives, they can, if they wish, choose for one of them to be a vital ground. See below. Vital ground. Progressive objective. The most vital ground is currently in the hands of the enemy. Draw your battle plans and dispatch your foes accordingly. At the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone, and score 2 victory points for each objective marker that you control that is not in either player's deployment zone, for a maximum of 7 victory points. This secondary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. So this is the deployment map here, and we're going to go straight on to deployment and clarification of terrain. Right, so the deployment zone has been set up and the objective markers have been placed as well, and we're going to clarify the terrain as well. We're going to make something a little bit interesting here. 2 things. First of all, it's when Games Workshop recommended that it's a 5x4 setting for games, we've done it so it's a 6x4 table, so it makes it a bit more of a bigger scale of a game. So that's what we've done. We're hopefully going to do that for future games, for strike force missions in particular. And I'm going to do custom rule for the purposes of dangerous terrain, and that includes the normal rules for that particular terrain set. So just to keep it to a little bit to the narrative, for volcanic terrain, which is this one here and this one here and this one here. Now these 2 here are line of sight blocking, and this crater here has all the rules for craters, but the only difference with these 3 terrain pieces here is that oh, you can hear the smoke and fire in the background. I don't know what's going on there. But basically, if a unit lands on this particular terrain, it's roll 1 dice. On a roll of a 1, they suffer a mortal wound, just to represent the volcanic lava flowing from the volcanic mountains and hills and that kind of thing. So the other thing as well is other clarification of terrain. So the battle has already started. Background noise. So we've got a crater here, crater here, crater here, and the rest of the terrain pieces are literally line of sight blocking terrain as well. This includes the smoke as well, just to give it that thematic feel of a smoky wasteland. As you can see here, you can imagine the narrative behind that. So the objective markers are as follows. So we have an objective marker here, then we have an objective marker here, we have an objective marker there, and then we have an objective marker there. So that's 4 objectives in total. And we have a deployment zone here, and then we have a deployment zone there. So the Tau have won the roll off camera, and they'll be deploying on this side here, and the Ultramarines will be coming along this side here. So that's the deployment zone and everything like that. And now we're going to set up the units. The deployment has been completed. The Tau have deployed their forces on. So what units are on the board for the Tau?
It's important just to point out, that in the Devilfish we have our breacher team, a couple of drones. Commander is behind them. Commander Firesight is sitting in the centre. He's going to be making sure he has some command oversight on the Yavara and also the Riptide with him. So actually the only thing not on the board in reserve for a Manta Strike is our crisis suits, our 6-man crisis suit.
Okay. Right. So that's the deployment there for the Tau. For the Ultramarines, the first time, and very, very rarely, nothing is on the board.
No deployment.
It's no deployment, literally, for the Ultramarines. Now, I'm probably going to sacrifice 15 points. So the Tau will get probably 15 points, knowing their speed. But I thought I'd make something a bit of a challenge. I wanted a really grinding, glorious victory. Even though you've stolen 15 victory points already, but I'm set for the challenge, and that's the purpose of the game. So no deploying here, but the Storm Ravens will get to react as to where the Tau forces are located. So the Tau are prepared for themselves, and they are prepared for incoming reserves. They've heard the Storm Raven engines roar across the battlefield. So before battle begins, I just want to make a few announcements for the purposes of supporting the channel and how you can get involved. So first of all, I'd like to thank all the sponsors that are sponsoring the channel. I'd like to thank Luke as well on the Striking Scorpion 82 Plus channel. If you want to see even more content on the channel, on the website, do head over to the Striking Scorpion 82 Plus channel. The links will be in the video description below. I do a monthly battle report with the narrative themed missions, so that includes the patrons that can be featured in these battle reports as well. The other sponsor I'd like to thank is GoblinGaming. GoblinGaming are one of the sponsors on the JB Wargamer 87 YouTube channel. Thank you, GoblinGaming, for sponsoring this channel. What they've also done is that you can check out the GoblinGaming web store. If you use the unique affiliation link, if you use that when purchasing your items from that particular web link and the web store, you will help support the channel tremendously as well. And the other thing as well I'd like to thank is Siege Studios as well, painting commission studio, which specialises in all sorts of levels of painting, ranging from bronze, silver, gold, platinum and diamond as well. So incredible painting that they do, the team there. So thanks to Siege Studios for sponsoring the channel as well. I'd like to thank also Gammat.eu for their sponsor as well as the Magnet Baron there as well. So those are the sponsors there, and how you can get involved on the Patreon page. As you can see here, the Patreon supporters are being revealed right now. So if you go onto patreon.com, you get to choose which faction you want, whether it be the Cadian faction or that of the Ultramarines. So you have two choices. There's 20 tiers, 10 for the Cadians and 10 for the Ultramarines. So for as little as £1 a month, become a member of the army group itself. You can range from the White Shield all the way up to Primarch. So those are the levels there. Do check out the Patreon page. Those that support me on Patreon, I'd like to thank them very much for their very kind contribution there. So for as little as £1 a month, join the Patreon page today. And also, if you want any of my merchandise, I do have plans for expanding the Etsy store. But so far we have the objective markers that you can see here. So those that purchase the objective markers using the Etsy store will get a written copy from myself, appreciation and thanks. But those that are supporting on Patreon, not only will they get a written signature, they will also get a digitalized signature on their Patreon's avatar. So there you go. So that's all the announcements, and the battle now is started. So I'm going to get my Ultramarine dice ready. Righty-ho, I have the dice blessed by the Emperor and McCrag. Will we steal the initiative today? Russell is eager to get stuck in. That's a 6, Ultramarines. That's a 6 as well. Take 2. All right, here we go. That's a 3. That's a 3. Take 3.
This game could be longer than we realise.
Here we go. That's a 3 again. And that is a 4. No, that's full facing. That's a 4. So the Tau will have to go first in this particular mission. So battle has started. It is turn 1, battle round 1, for the forces of the Tau Empire, led by Oshova himself. Turn 1, movement phase and command phase. Okay, the command phase has been completed. They've regained a command point, as the standard rule, for all of the factions, so that's that completed there. The Tau haven't got their new codex yet for 9th edition. That will be coming up in the near future. So, but nonetheless, a lot of movement has been progressing here. So the thing that we forgot to mention was secondary objectives. So what are the secondary objectives, Russell?
Well, for your good self, James,
yeah,
you went with Bring It Down.
Yeah.
You went with Vital Ground, which is specific for the mission.
Yeah.
And you went with Codex Warfare.
Codex Warfare. So what we do on the channel is to have the secondary objective from the actual mission, and then for one objective from the core rulebook, and then one from the Codex, just to balance things out for that there. And then what have you gone for?
We have gone
for the Tau?
Vital Ground as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've also gone with Line Breaker.
Yeah.
And we've gone with Razor Banners.
Okay. So what he's done here, for the purposes of movement, is that he's anticipated and trying to grab as many victory points as possible, which the Tau will get, I believe. So we've sacrificed a lot of points, but we want to depend on turn 2 onwards to see how much damage the Ultramarines can return. So the Tau, what they've done in anticipation of invulnerable saves being triggered, is that it cost them a wound, so they've suffered a mortal wound for each of the. And now what?
So 2 Riptides. So
the Riptides. Yeah,
shields.
they're spinning shields.
So
it's
they take
going
a wound.
Yeah.
They can spin a shield, and it gives them an invuln save.
So the normal invuln save is a 4+.
And now it goes to 3.
It goes up to a 3+ invulnerable. So just to enhance the protection on these crisis.
We did consider not doing it. Okay. But we know you have a drop pod with multi-melters in it, and so we decided to play a bit more cautious than maybe I normally would, and spin the shields up just in case you did decide to pop in and join the party. Yeah,
okay. So that's what we're going to do here. So that's turn 1 completed, literally. Not quite the biggest turn 1, because there's a lot of tactics being involved here.
There's one other thing we did with the Yavara. So the Yavara's also got the wound on it. That wound is not a shield issue.
Okay.
What it's done is, if it takes 1 wound,
yeah,
it gets an additional 12 on its movement.
Oh,
and we've
okay.
used that to move it 30 inches
Yes.
to get onto that objective,
Yeah.
to try and really up our points early.
And everything like that. Okay, gotcha. So he's trying to get line breaker at the beginning of turn
absolutely.
2. Yeah, absolutely. I can see what you mean. Banner has been raised here, so I placed that Games Workshop 5th edition token to represent that a banner has been raised. There's something else you wanted to clarify.
Yeah, sorry about this. And it is the first time I've actually run Tau, so you will spot a couple of mistakes. But the Riptides, they are normally base 5 up in Vol. I think I said base 4 up in Vol. But either way, they're currently 3 up in Vol.
Okay.
Hope that wasn't too confusing.
A little bit of Tau trivia. The letter Tau is a Hebrew letter of the alphabet. So that's where the origin of the name Tau came from, in case you did not know what Tau really meant. Or there's something from the lavatory, the Tau. There's that kind of Tau, but that's spelled completely differently. But anyway, that there is turn 1 completed. So secondary objective achieved. Have you achieved any secondary objectives at the end?
So final ground requires, I believe it's 2 units in your area. Oh no, we've got that. So vital ground means we have the objective in your deployment area. So we've managed to grab vital ground.
Yep.
We have raised the banners.
Yep.
And we needed 2 units for line breaker. We haven't managed it. We only got 1.
Okay.
But it still is 2 secondaries. So it's a nice way to start.
Fantastic. Okay, so there you go. Secondary objective has been achieved from the Tau. And we're going to go straight on to the Ultramarines turn 1 command phase. So it's another turn completed for the Tau. We're going to go on to the Ultramarines turn 1. So Ultramarines turn 1 command phase. I've regained a command point. Turn 1 movement phase. I'm not putting anything on. Turn 1 shooting phase for the Ultramarines. No shooting. Close combat phase, melee, morale, nothing. Nada. Weird stuff. But anyway, that's the tactic I've gone for. I could have done drop pod assault. I could have done. But they'll get annihilated with the firepower that the Tau will have. I prefer to have concentrated firepower than single nuggets of firepower. So the Ultramarines have risked the victory points for the Tau. So we're going to come on together at the end of the movement phase and at the beginning of the movement phase on their turn 2. So that's the risk that I've gone for. It looks like the Tau will get maximum victory points as they've achieved all of the objectives possible. But the Tau need to be prepped and ready because they can hear the Ultramarines coming. The scanners have identified enemy forces are approaching. So that's the conclusion of turn 1 for the Ultramarines, and we're going to go straight on to a new battle round for the Tau. So it's turn 2 for the Tau, and it's battle round 2 for the forces of the Tau Empire. So Tau turn 2 movement phase has been concluded. So what have you done, Russell?
It's very much a waiting game at the moment, isn't it? So we've kept our reserve ready to counter-strike your counter-strike.
Yeah.
We have detached 2 drones from Devilfish. They have managed to get just within 3 inches by moving the base of the Yuvara. So we can use them to support the Yuvara. That might be helpful, keep them alive.
Yeah.
The only other movement really was bringing this fire team up. And we're going to see if we can raise banners there as well at one point. I suspect they won't be alive, but we will see.
Righty ho. So that concludes the movement phase, shooting phase.
Oh, should we just flag points as well at the moment?
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Just to be aware.
So
we scored 4 points in the command phase on those secondaries.
Yes, you have to have. Over here we have to have 2 units that are doing line break over here. Whereas we forgot to mention it was actually for this unit over here. So 4 points further have been scored. So that brings the total to, is it 19?
It's now 19 because at the start of this turn we have 2 objectives and that's more than
new battle round, so battle round 2. So yes, you do get those points. What a way to get maximum victory points for free. 19-0 already.
It's not going to stay that way, but let's see. Let's see if we can now
Well, you never know, it could. But anyway, so that there is turn 2 concluded on battle round 2, and now the Ultramarines will be turning up. Here they are, the Ultramarines have turned up from reserve. The Storm Ravens have come on, finally, on turn 2 on the end of the movement phase. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't brought on at the end of the movement phase the Assault Marines, because I want to get the firepower done before the close combat. So unfortunately there's no Devastator Doctrine because it's beyond turn 1 onwards. So the Tactical Doctrine will be in place, but that's good for the Sponson Hurricane Bolters though, because the bolt guns will be at AP -1. So that's quite handy there. So let's go through what we've done here. So number 4, Storm Raven, that has Tactical Squad number 1, and of course Cato Sicarius and the Lieutenant himself, and with the Dreadnought here. So I can't deploy at the end of its movement the Dreadnought and that kind of thing, that would be cheating. So we've done it properly. So it's going to fire its firepower from the aircraft and then deploy its deadly cargo. So that's that Storm Raven there. And then we've got Storm Raven number 5 transporting the Chaplain and Tactical Squad number 6 and the Dreadnought as well. And then we have the drop pod has come down with the Devastator Squad with the 4 multi-melters and a combi melter against the Forgeweld Tau Charecter there. So that is the end of the movement phase. I've regained a command point as well for the Ultramarines, bringing it up to 12 command points. So it's a pretty nice pool of command points there for the Ultramarines to use. So now we're going to go straight on to the shooting phase for the Sons of Gammat. So there is a stratagem played by the Tau. It's called the, what's it called?
Neuroweb Jammer.
Neuroweb Jammer. So it's basically -1 to the hit rolls for when shooting against enemy units. So we have to select our targets very carefully here. So I've declared this, the drop pod shooting first because I'll probably forget the weapon. So it's going to target the drones. So shooting with 4 shots, single storm bolter into those drones, needing 3s to hit. So that's, oh, there's only 1 hit there. Strength 4, toughness 4 on the drone, so force to wound, and that is a 1, and that's no damage whatsoever. So shooting phase, this is a high priority target, so I'm going to play an Ultramarine stratagem here. It is mortal precision. So normally it would be 8 shots, but it's going to be 6 shots because these 2 here are going to count as automatic hits. So one of the multi-melters has automatically hit with 2 dice. So now I need to roll 6s here, 6 dice, and I may play another stratagem here. Hold on a second. So, needing 6s, beg your pardon, 3s to hit. They're not ballistic skill 1. Needing 3s to hit. I'm thinking the reroll 1, that's why. 3s to hit. Okay. 4 have missed.
Ooh.
I'm going to... Now, actually, I've got to do a 5+ to regain that command point because of the Cato Sicarius' Warlord trait, which he doesn't. So I'm going to spend another command point to re-roll this hit. No! So I failed to spend, failed that with the hit there, and on a 5+ to regain that command point. I do. So we keep that stratagem there. This is strength 8, toughness 7. So 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds at AP -4. So I hope you have an invuln save here.
Well, we're going to do 2 things here. So we're going to use drone protocols, and we're actually going to put 2 of those hits onto 2 drones.
Okay. Yeah.
And that means only 1 hit is actually going to get onto the Yavarium. We have to roll for that though, I believe. 2 up. So I need a 2 up to be able to do this. Okay. So let's have a look. I got 3 and a 3.
3 and a 3.
So the drones, they are sacrificing themselves, like good AI should. And you know, I know the Empire.
That's why we wanted to target the drones with the Storm Bolter first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To stop that
to
happening.
stop that from happening.
The Storm Bolter failing for you there could be big.
Yeah.
So the drones are the ones that are hit. So should we do the drones first? They are dead, I believe. They've got no invuln, so I'm going to remove them now.
Yeah, the drones are gone.
But they've done their job.
Yeah. But
that means one hit goes through on this chap. He has a 4-up invuln.
Okay.
So let's see if he can make that.
2.
Should I re-roll that? I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm gonna let that go through.
You're gonna let that go through.
I'm gonna let that go through and
okay.
save the command point.
It's D6 plus 2 wounds because we're within half range of a multi-melter. And that's 5 wounds have been caused on this character.
Which I think might drop in the category.
Okay, may have dropped a category here. Sergeant has got a combi weapon. Actually, there's a bit of a tactical error here. I should have applied the Signum on another one of those Marines, enhancing the ballistic skill to 2+ instead of 3. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to enhance the Sergeant's shot to a 2+. So 2s to hit. So that is... Actually, hold on a second. Right, there's a bit of an error what I've done on my part. It shouldn't have been 3s to hit. It should have been 4s. But I didn't want to roll the dice again and everything like that. It's all that hassle. So what I've done from a gamesmanship point of view is I've spent 2 command points for this unit here to count as stationary. So it would have been 3s to hit. So a bit of a conundrum when it comes to the order of stratagems. But nonetheless, we've done it correctly. It's hold on to your comments, people. Hit with the combi weapon, which I rolled a 6 for. So needing a 3 to wound. Let's hope it wounds. It does. On the roll of an Ultramarine symbol, does he make his 4+ invulnerable save? And that's a 6. Okay, so it does not bypass the invulnerable shield. As it's -1 ballistic skill, I'm going to fire the multi-melter and the Sky Strike missiles into this model here. Because if I don't destroy that model, it's going to get 3 victory points at least. So it's holding an objective there, so we need to destroy that. And then all the anti-infantry firepower is going to go into this Tau squad over here that's currently performing an action. So the Sky Strike missiles at -1 to hit, needing 4s. So 1 hit, okay, that's statistical, can't complain. This is strength 8. And that's a wound.
That's a
it's
wound.
AP -3,
So
actually.
that 4-up invuln again.
4-up invulnerable save, which does make it this time. Now the twin multi-melters. This is where it could be a bit nasty. But in 4s. So that's again average. Strength 8, toughness 7. 2 wounds. AP -4. But he's got his 4-up invulnerable saves.
So
1 goes through. He's already used a stratagem.
I'm going to re-roll.
Oh, he's going to use.
I'm going to use a command point.
He's going to command point to
because
reroll.
I've got a 50% chance of negating the pretty nasty shot here.
Okay.
So let's see if it works. Oh, it works! Oh my goodness, they're going hot at the moment.
Nothing. No damage whatsoever there from the anti-tank capability from the Storm Raven. Hurricane bolters not in rapid fire range. So 2 sets of them. So it's 12 shots, needing 4s to hit.
That's good.
This is strength 4, toughness 3. Knowing the Xenos.
Yes.
3s to wound. That's 3 wounds. AP -1 because of tactical doctrine.
That means we're on 5-ups.
5-up saves.
So let's see if we can get a couple of 5s.
Let's see if their armour holds. 1.
1, so that's 2 dead.
That's statistical. So 2 have been slain. Assault cannon, needing 4s to hit. Strength 6, so it's 2s to wound. They've all wounded, so it's AP -1. It's a heavy weapon.
So it's 5-ups
so
again.
5-ups again. And
that's cocked.
That's cocked. And that's
that'll do
3.
it.
That'll do
3
it.
dead.
So that is the unit neutralised. Mission accomplished.
First blood.
And first blood for the Ultramarines. Tactics here, tactics. So I'm going to go for rapid fire with the Hurricane Bolters. 2 sets of Hurricane Bolters are going to go into this fire warrior team here. Poor fire warriors. And then we're going to fire everything else into this unit here. Simply because of it's not as great as an invuln as compared to these other suits here. It's a bit overkill, but we want to get rid of 1 threat at least. So, Storm Raven, rapid fire. This is 1 set of Hurricane Bolters. This is normal ballistic skill hitting on 3s. I know these ultra symbols too well. So needing 3s to wound. Okay, it's all but 1. So that's 7 wounds at AP -1 on those fire warriors. Maybe, but we don't need the other sponson hurricane bolters.
So we're looking for 5s and 6s.
Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4 dead.
4
so
dead.
We are going to need them.
Rinse on repeat. I hate to think what this Tower Fire Warrior will look like at the end of this. So 3s. Okay. All but 2. 3s to wound. I think the apothecary needs to maintain the crewman.
5 saves.
4 saves.
Oh, 4 saves.
4 saves. It should be
I
enough.
need to make all 4. So.
You need to make all 4. No. So that there is neutralised. The fire warriors have been destroyed. Yeah, this is the one I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weaken some of the wounds here because I don't want to waste any of the weaponry in firepower. So I'm going to do the lighter weapons and then the heavier weapons to sort it out. So I'm going to fire the assault cannon, needing 12 shots. It's a vehicle, but no penalty for heavy. So it's 3s to hit, no jamming this time. So 3s to hit and take away the 1s and 2s. There's another one there. That's pretty good. Now your toughness is 7. So 5s to wound, it's strength 6. Take away the apothecary symbols. Take away 3. Only 1 wound. Literally only 1 wound. AP -1. So you're 4 up in Vul.
So I'm going for 4 up in Vul. Can I just check that? I think we might have a flat save as well. I'll just check.
Yeah, just double check here. So the Riptide type suit Uvari has got a 2+ armour save.
So he has a base 2 plus
1.
a 4 up in Vul. So we're going to use a base 2, so we need a 3 up.
3 up save. He uses it save which easily bounces off the armour. So I'm going to fire the missiles first because the maximum damage I can do is 6 and he's got 8 wounds left. So this is the combination here of knowing your weapon profiles. So 3s to hit. Okay, both hit. Range 72, definitely in range. Strength 8, toughness 7. 3s. That's 2 wounds. That's AP -3. He will use his invuln save.
He's made 1.
He's made 1. This is a flat damage 3.
Okay,
so he's down to 5 wounds. Okay. Okay, this is it. 4 multi-melter shots. Within 12. He's crossing his fingers like a superstitious Xenos. Selfish, come! The fish people need to learn a lesson from firepower from a multi-melter. So, needing 3s. Here we go. No! 2. I've missed. No command stratagems. So, 3s to wound, toughness 7, and strength 8. Oh! 1 wound. AP -4. He's got a single 4 up invulnerable save. Now he's used his command points as well. And that's a 6 again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
He's got blessed life today.
He's blessed from the ethereals. What has happened to this character? So it's amazing.
No, not blessed by ethereals. We are Farsight Enclave.
Farsight. Oh yes, because Oshova does not approve of the ethereals. He hates them. So hence there was a civil war between the ethereals and Oshova, knowing the narrative. But anyway, I'm disappointed there. The firepower has failed to destroy
that's just
this
the
unit
dice.
here. I've done it in the right combination as well, but it's not to be. And if I charge with these Space Marines, they'll get overwatched to death. So it's not good for the Ultramarines. Never mind. But let's see how much firepower the tower can unleash against the aircraft and against the drop pods here. Failed in their mission, sadly. But let's see if we've scored any secondary objective points at the conclusion of this turn. Right, at the end of the Ultramarines turn, we've scored 2 victory points for Codex Warfare. So basically, for each unit that was destroyed by a rapid fire weapon, so 1, 2, it actually was the Hurricane Bolters that finished off the Fire Warriors that were holding these objectives over here and running along here. there as well. But that's all the points scored for the Ultramarines. They have gained 2 victory points. It's better than none, so we can't complain. But anyway, that's the end of the Ultramarines turn 2. We're going to go on to Tau turn 3. And it's a new battle round 3. So here we go. Okay, it's the beginning of the command phase on new battle round 3. And the Tau have got a lot of points. This is the risk that we took for the purposes of the mission. So Russell, explain what's happened.
Well, the Yavara, the fact he's still standing means he's managed to score vital ground there for another 3 points.
Yep.
But more importantly, given that we've got all of these objectives under control, we're scoring another 15 points, which is putting us on 37. So it's a big lead. It's just a case of can we survive and protect it.
I mean, I could have charged over here to contest this, but I'll get Overwatch to death.
I think, I agree with you, because he's got a flame weapon. He's going to hit. It's not a risk worth taking.
It's nasty. There's only so much that an Ultramarine can take in the face of their foe. So is that it for purposes of points? So
for command,
command. So
it's 37 for us.
37 points to 2
against 2
for the Tau. So the Tau are winning by far, but they will have the initiative now, as they will react to the threat of the Storm Ravens. So it's movement phase for the Tau. It's the end of the movement phase on Tau turn 3. So Russell, what have you done, sir?
Almost nothing. They're a very happy position. What we have done is this Riptide here has moved in a little bit closer because we've kept protecting Commander Farsight.
Yep.
You'll notice they're on 11 wounds, these 2 guys now.
Yep.
And that's because they've spun shields again. And then this chap here has played a command point. He's played a stratagem, branched Nova Charge.
So that enhances the ability at maximum bracket.
No, that's something else.
That's something else. Come back to
for this one here, what he's done is normally he can spin his shields.
Yeah.
Or he can fire his weapons using his Nova reactor.
Okay.
It's either or. He's doing both.
Oh, he's doing both this time for the command point. Yeah.
And then you are right. We are also using stimulant injector on the Yavara suit, which means for this turn, he acts as if he's in his top bracket.
Top bracket. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So Tau technology kicking off here, enhancing the firepower, and they are playing to their strengths as they try to destroy this main threat in the centre. Will it pay off? Right, the firepower has been unleashed. So what are you going to do, Russell?
Right, we are going to use Yuvari, because we can't believe he's even there, to be honest. So it's a bonus to use.
Neither can I. Neither can I. And neither probably can our audience.
No. Well, he's going to actually put his phased plasma flamer into your...
I have not forgot my Patreon dice. Patreon dice. Don't worry. They are reserved for a critical role. Maybe on the defensive now.
And then he's going to... Sorry.
Carry on.
He's going to put his ionic discharge cannon into this chap here.
Right, this Storm Raven here has been targeted.
This one here.
Right. Can we unleash jamming signals against you?
If you've got it, you can.
Okay.
Should we do the flamer first?
Yeah, we'll do the flamer,
so
and let's get this done. Okay, that's 5 dice rolls here for the flamer. It's not this Storm Raven, beg your pardon.
So it's the one closest to you, James.
It's this one.
Sorry.
The Patreon.
The Patreon.
Oh. Dean Lighton! How dare you! Fellow supporter on the channel.
And the flamer.
It's been targeted.
So the flamer's put it's got 5 shots. So we rolled, we've got 5 shots. It's strength 6. So I need freeze to wound.
Freeze to wound.
Okay. 5 wounds.
Of course, they have all wounded. AP -3. They've got 3 up armor save. It's 6s to save. We need lots of ultra symbols. And we have none. So 2 Marines and 1 half dead. Ouch. So it's not looking good here. Actually, I'm going to put the wound onto him there. So already 2/3 of that squad is dead. That's from a flame. Now that could have been enhanced even more with Tau tactics here, but he's decided not to. Or has he forgotten?
I forgot.
He's forgot. That is a deadly flamer, nonetheless, though. The ionic discharge cannon is going to go into which Storm Raven?
It's this one here.
This one here. Okay, the Patreon has been targeted.
So 6 shots.
Hold on to your lifeboat belts, gents. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It needs 5 to hit.
Yeah.
1.
-1 to hit is fly. Okay.
That's why it's 5 exactly. So it's only got the 1.
Yep.
Now this is strength 6.
Toughness.
Sorry, strength. What am I talking about? Strength 8.
Toughness 7.
I need a 3. Got 2.
That's a 2, and that's a failure there.
So that's that.
That's that there. Okay. Dean Lighton's Storm Raven has survived. Okay. Farsight.
Yes.
Jehovah.
Well,
is going to spend a command point here. Jehovah is tactical. What are you going to do, sir?
well, he's going to actually use command and control. So he himself will not be firing, but it does mean he can pick 1 unit, and he's going to pick the Riptide next to him, and that unit there will re-roll failed wound rolls.
Right. Okay.
So he's
clever.
toughening him up.
Toughening him up and enhancing the firepower here. And what have you declared your firepower upon?
We're going to use the smart missile system to try and finish off these devastators.
Okay, they don't need line of sight as
well. Don't need a
well.
line of sight, so that's what we're doing that.
Okay.
Everything else is going to go into our friend next door to us.
The
Mr.
Patriarch.
Lighton, yes.
Mr. Lighton has been targeted again. What's the combination of firepower you're going to unleash?
So we have 2 smart missile systems.
Okay.
We are going to fire them, so that's 8 dice.
Okay.
They are going to be fired at the remaining Space Marines here.
Oh boy.
And we are hitting on 4-ups. So let's see if we can get rid of this dangerous unit.
Oh no.
That's not terrible. 2, 3, 4. That's statistically what you'd expect. It's 4,
yes,
4 hits.
50-50.
Now they are strength 5.
Toughness 4.
So
Space Marine. 3's to wound.
It's 3 wounds go through.
And that's AP minus of...
Minus 1 because they have a targeting system.
Advanced targeting system.
Indeed.
So there's 3 wounds. So 4 up armor save, but Space Marines now have 2 wounds each. And that looks like another 2 Marines are going to die.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll one of them and try and keep a Marine alive with 1 wound?
It would be quite useful. And do you know what? I've actually got plenty of command points, so I'm going to risk it. I'm going to have the apothecary symbol to help me. But I don't want it to be an apothecary symbol again. So needing a 4+. Yes! Even better for my Craig! He's just remembered he did do a mistake.
Sorry.
It is re-rolls to wound. So we're going to come back to that again. Hold on to your comments, people. We're rectifying it now.
We caught it.
We caught it.
Yeah, so only 1 wound failed. So
only
I get to
wound.
re-roll it. So I do that. I need a 3.
Need a 3. She does. Okay, fair is fair. Now I'm going to keep the command point as it is. So 4+ to save. Yes! Ah, for McCrag.
We are now going to use a Riptide's heavy burst cannon, which has been overcharged. So he's getting, would you believe, 16 or 18 shots. I think it's 18 shots.
Okay, next segment. Let's get all the dice out.
Here we go. I'm running out of dice now. So it's hitting on 4s because although you're a flyer, he does have
Advanced targeting systems.
Velocity tracker.
Velocity tracker.
So that's tracking your aircraft.
Yes.
So we need 4s.
4s.
Let's see what we can do. I'm going to roll here where we can see.
4s.
Oh.
Okay. 8 hits. So that's statistically the average that you really want here. So now, what's the strength of the weapon?
Strength of the weapon is strength 6.
Strength 6. So it is toughness 7 on the Storm Raven, so needing 5s to wound.
And we re-roll it, so
re-rolling
don't forget
to
this
wound,
time.
yes.
So I'll pick up the re-rolls. 1,
Okay, there's 3 so far.
3, 4,
4.
5, 6.
Beg your pardon, there's
Roll.
4.
Here we go, and I need 5s or 6s.
Okay. Oh, dear
Oh,
me.
another 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that have gone through.
Okay.
And they are AP minus 2.
AP minus 2. 7 dice here. I'm going to use one of the Patreon's dice here. Oh, that's a drop die. That is not the Patreon's dice. Hold on a second. I got it back. This is Luke Dringel's Patronic dice. Will it make all the difference? We shall find out. AP minus 2, it does. Thank you, Luke. So 3 have saved, but 4 damage has come through. So it's down to 10 wounds.
Oh, no, they're flat 2 damage.
Oh, flat 2 damage. Ouch. Oh, so that's 8 wounds. So it's down to...
It's not on 12?
6 wounds. Yeah, 6 wounds.
So it's down to 4.
No, it's on 14 wounds.
My
yeah,
apologies.
so it's down to
6
6 wounds left. That's bracketed. Ouch! That's Dean Lighton's Storm Raven's been taking hits hard. What's next, Russell?
A bit more of a long shot here, but our Devilfish.
Devilfish.
He's going to fire its burst cannon at poor old Dean. We do need 5 to hit him though, so...
Poor old Dean.
Poor old Dean. I think he's going to pull through on this, but...
Oh. Right. Chip away, I suppose.
So we need 5s.
5s.
And we've got 2.
Oh,
okay.
Statistically above.
But we are only strength 5.
Toughness
so
7.
We're going to need 5s.
Okay.
Oh, we've got 1. So
1.
1's gone through.
Okay.
At AP minus 0.
AP minus 0.
It's a straight saving throw.
I'm going to use another Patreon dice, why not?
Why not?
We have a new Patreon dice here. This is George Whittle's dice here, Patronic dice. So, needing a flat 3-up save. Come on, George, you can do it. That's a 3. Perfect. Thank you, George. The Patronic dice are working. So the Tau, Riptide, is going to go unleashy.
So we're looking at...
Against the poor patron Storm Raven.
Sorry about this.
The firepower has been unleashed. So what weapons are you starting off with?
We're going to start with these 2 smart missile systems. So these are hitting on, I believe, 5s. And let's see if we can hit.
Let's see if we can hit. Accuracy is all about...
Ooh, 4 hits.
4 hits again, above average.
Yes, indeed.
These dice are tainted.
They're working.
Yeah,
they're doing good work. Now he is strength 5, so he's going to need 5s again.
5s again. Okay.
Only the 1.
Only the 1. AP minus.
AP minus 1.
AP minus 1.
Targeting system.
Okay. Another patron, help me. This is Jacques Boulet. Zach Butler, this is your dice for the first time. AP minus 1. Need a 4+. Yes, 6! Thank you, Zach.
So we're now using the ion accelerator. Amplified ion accelerator. So 6 shots.
Yep.
He's hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
So he's hit with 1. I'm going to re-roll actually. I'm going to re-roll 1, so I'm going to get a second hit on him.
Okay,
So
right.
let's see.
Spending a command point here.
It's paid off. It's paid off. Ouch. Ouch.
Okay. Strength of the weapon is...
This weapon is strength 8. So he needs
7.
3s, I believe.
3s to wound. That's a cocked die.
So they're both 3 now. They are AP minus 5, I believe. Normally minus 4, but it goes to minus 5.
Okay.
Targeting systems.
Damage.
No save. You're not going to like this. It's flat 3 damage, which means
6
2
wounds
hits.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Oh no. Crash and burn. Emergency systems. No! There's nothing I can do. AP minus 5. Flat 3 damage a time. Tactics have paid off. I'm not going to use a Patronic dice because, well, I could if I wanted to cause mortal wounds. But I'm not going to. So I'm going to use a single McCrag dice. Does it roll on a roll of 6? No, it's an apothecary. It's just crash and burn. So we're going to roll up to see the damage now on the occupants inside as well as the dreadnought. Right, the vehicle, the flyer, is crashing. It hasn't exploded, but it has crash landed. Does it wound and slay any of the occupants inside on rolls of 1? We lose 2 models. Yep. Okay, we got off lightly there. So there you go, that was the Storm Raven. Our poor Dean Lighton. Thank you, Dean, for your service for the Emperor. He's done his job. Sort of. Should have survived. But the Ultramarines are in a bit of a predicament here because they cannot charge from a disembarked vehicle. So, heroics from the pilot. Heroics from Dean Lighton. But the Ultramarines are in trouble. What's next?
So final act. is our commander in his XV8 Crisis battle suit.
Okay.
He's going to use his 3 missile pods, and he's going to put 6 shots into the Devastators. We're going to try and get them off the board.
Try and get them off the board.
He hits on 2s because he's a commander.
Oh.
So ballistic skills high.
Yeah.
And that's 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay. That's statistical.
And these are strength 7.
Toughness
4.
Yeah.
So we're looking for 3s.
3s to wound.
Oh, that's 3. 3 have gone through.
Okay.
AP minus 1.
AP minus 1. Let's see if the power armour holds here. 4s to save. Oh.
2 have got through. Now these things as well, they're D3 damage.
Oh, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. Yeah.
Well, let's roll, because it is possible if I roll 2 1s.
Okay.
Or do you want?
We've got a laughing seagull in the background here.
Mockery.
D3 damage a time. So first battle rubber.
Oops.
That's a 2.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So that's one gone, and this one needs to be 3 up.
It's
done it. Yeah, it's done it.
No.
They're gone.
They're gone. Okay. The Devastators have gone. Only the drop pod remains. The crew have been annihilated. Right, this is unusual. The Devilfish has decided it's going to do ramming speed against the Storm Raven. But the Storm Raven is going to spend a command point to Overwatch.
Absolutely. So it's 5.
Weird stuff in this game. To make things a little bit special, I've rolled off camera, I've regained a command point. I'm going to fire Overwatch.
Here it comes.
Here we fire the missiles first. Storm Strike missiles, needing 6s. Ah, double 5. Now the multi-melters. 4 shots, needing 6s. If one of them goes through, it'll be pretty good. Okay, we've got 1. We can't complain. So this is strength 8. Toughness 7. Yeah. Oh! I'm going to have to re-roll to wound. So spending another command point. So on a 3+, that's a 3. So that's AP minus 4. There's nothing you can do about that. Nothing. So that's D6 plus 2 damage because you're in half range. And that's 8 damage. Wounds. 8 wounds on the Devilfish. It's done some damage there. 4 wounds left. So we're going to unleash the rest of the firepower, which is from the assault cannon now, and the hurricane bolters. Shots with the assault cannon, needing 6s. Zilch. First hurricane bolter, needing 6s. 1 and 5s to wound, toughness 7. And that's not a wound. A rinse and repeat with the other one. So 2 more 6s. That's no further damage. So that's all the firepower unleashed. Now
I need
range.
I think it was pretty close. Yeah, so it's 4 inches.
4
inches.
I need a
4.
Okay. And that's
8.
an
He's
8.
in.
The Devilfish is in close combat against the Storm Raven. Unusual, but it is legal. Okay, Devilfish has how many attacks?
3 attacks. And he needs 6s.
He needs 6s. That's quite realistic when you're flying.
I agree.
He's hit the
He
fuselage.
is a full-on kamikaze pilot. So
Nutter!
he's strength 6.
Strength 6, toughness 7, needing a 5.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
3 up armour. Oh, do you know what? I need a patron's help. Okay, I'll call upon Ray Cross. This is his patronic dice. Needs a 3 up save, just to keep the wound intact on the Storm Raven. That's a 1. Ray! Hit the fuselage, Ray! No! Gotta hit you back, boy. You hit my fuselage, I'll hit yours. So, needing 6s to hit with 6 attacks.
6 attacks?
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Going to find out the strength here. I've never been in close combat with a Storm Raven. 8. Wow. Pretty
looking for 3s.
Needing 3s. Sorry, Ray. Roll that 1. So needing 3s to wound. That's toughness 7. That's 2 wounds. You hit my fuselage, I'll hit yours. Here we go.
I believe I'm a 4 up.
4 up.
Here we go.
No AP. That's 3 up.
3 up, sorry, my bad.
3 up armour. So
1.
That's pretty realistic.
They've taken a bit of paint off
1 dent each from the flyers. Okay, that's the end of the turn for the Tau. Pretty cinematic stuff here from both factions. There's a slight disappointment with this Storm Raven, sadly lost here. But never mind, we still have a full tactical squad yet to be deployed, and of course the Assault Marines are coming on to engage the enemy. So we'll find out what the Ultramarines will do on their turn 3, battle round 3. As the chaplain is disembarking from one of the Storm Ravens, he's going to activate a litany at the beginning of the command phase. So on a roll of 3+, he's going to choose the Litany of Hate ability for the squad. And that's a 4, so the litany has been triggered. Okay, the movement phase has been completed. I've spent a command point. I've regained a command point, of course, but I spent that command point to count this Storm Raven as acting like normal. So we'll sacrifice 1 command point. Instead of 4s for disengaging, it's 3s to hit with the Storm Raven there. And then, for the purposes of movement, these units here, including this Dreadnought over there, can charge if they want to. This combat squad here and this combat squad here. The litany has gone off with the chaplain on this side, so it's re-rolling hit rolls in case any of the Tau characters decide to go into close combat. That includes the chaplain himself. And then over here, this combat squad here has stood still for the purposes of the multi-melter getting its maximum plus ballistic skill of 3+. And then, but this squad here has moved an inch away from this Tau unit over here, and it's going to fire its melters probably into this crisis. Is it the crisis
Riptide.
suit? Riptide. I love crisis suits. I can fight against all the time, but Riptides over here. So going to fire hopefully into that Riptide over there. Cato can only inspire the men, as well as Darren Gardner, the Patreon, who's representing the lieutenant in this particular mission. And then over here, I've decided to bring on the Assault Marines on this side, so may give some support for the Dreadnought if it needs to. So we shall find out, depending on how much firepower can be unleashed. So that there is the end of the movement phase. We're going to go straight on to the shooting phase for the Ultramarines. I'm most likely going to forget the firepower from the drop pod. So I'm going to do the drop pod now. Storm Bolter, close to target. It's going to shoot into Uvari. So need 3s. Okay. 1 hit. 5s to wound. That is not a wound. That's the apothecary symbol. So that's the drop pod completed. Okay, this combat squad over here is going to shoot everything, including the bolt weaponry, into Uvara. Okay, tactics here has been implied. I'd like to thank Charlie, Russell's son.
He was meant to be advising me.
He was meant to be advising you. He's mentioned that I should fire the bolt weapons last instead of first because I'll get Codex Warfare for 3 points. So, thank you, Charlie. So we will take that advice. So we're going to do the bolt weapons last. So what I'm going to do is going to fire the sergeant first and see if he can deal with the killing blow here. So I may as well, actually, do you know what? I'm going to combine the firepower together with the 2 melters.
Yep, makes sense.
Yep, so it's going to be
4s?
3s to hit.
3s.
Yeah, 3s to hit. So here we go. Okay, 1 hit. I'm going to use a Patronic dice here. Another Patronic dice. This is Charles Cranford's Patronic dice. Thank you, Charles, for your support on the channel. So we need a 3 to wound. And that's off the table. Do you want to roll it again? Okay, that's off the table. So 3s to wound. That's a 6. That's AP -4, but he does get his 4+ invulnerable save.
That guy's coming in. Go. Here we go. Two saves, was it?
It's just 1 save.
Oh, 1 save.
1 save. This is Charles Cranford's 4.
He's made it.
Oh, nasty, nasty stuff. Bolt gun warfare. That tactic could have worked, but it's not to be. So it's the humble bolt guns. Will they deal the damage? So needing 3s. Okay. Statistically. 5s. Only 1 wound. AP -1 though. It's got 4 up.
So we're going to use
armor
our
save.
flat. So
Flat 3 up save.
Yes,
Yeah,
we need a
3
3
up save normally.
So a 5.
So there's a 5. Okay, no damage whatsoever from this combat squad. Right, I'm going to switch the decision here. I was going to wait till this vehicle is popped, but knowing the situation, we need to destroy Uvari. So I'm going to use a patronic dice here. It's -1 to hit, unfortunately. So we're going to use Taylor Grizelli's dice here. This is your patronic dice. You need a 4+ here. 4's to hit. That's a hit. Good for you, Taylor. Thank you very much. Now I need a 3 to wound. Oh, sorry. It's a multi-melter. It's 2 shots. That's a miss. Okay, fair enough. Okay, the Patreon did it. So needing a 3 to wound. That's a 3. That's AP -4. He's got his 4+ invite. You can't do it again, surely. That's a 2.
I'm going to use my reroll.
He's going to use his reroll.
There we go. Yo, he's only done it.
For crying out, Gilliland!
Unbelievable.
No! Why is it always backfire? Oh, now the bolt guns still have to fire. Oh, such a shame. Never mind. Okay, 3s to hit the bolt guns. Okay. Wow, okay, that's all hit. Okay. They're desperate. So, needing 5s. Oh, okay. This is bolt weaponry here. That's 4 wounds.
What's the
That's AP -1.
So I need
He's going to use his free up armor save. And 1 goes through. So it's down to 4 wounds remaining. So the multi-melter, I was going to shoot into this one, but this Uvari has been such a bane. The Ultramarines. So I'm going to roll 2 dice here. It's a multi-melter. It stood still, however, so needing 3s to hit for the Emperor. That's 1 hit. I must use a command point to re-roll this. 5+ to regain the command point. Oh, I already used the 5+ regain, so this is just the re-roll. Okay, 2 hits. Okay, thank you. Normally I'd be running out of CP. I've still got 7 command points left. I've got plenty of CPs left. So 3s to wound with these 2 dice. 1 wound. Okay, this is AP -4, so he has to use his invulnerable save.
He's done it.
He's done it again.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Now it is the well, not so humble, vengeful bolt weaponry.
Incredible. The
amount of damage he's withstood is unbelievable. And he has a lower invuln. I hate to think how to get through the rest of the Riptides. So needing 3s, the bolt guns. Okay. 3 hits. 5s. They've all wounded, and that's AP -1.
So 3 ups.
3 up armor saves. And they've all saved as well. It's unbelievable. Still alive here. The Ultramarines are running out of options. This dreadnought here is going to turn around and try and deal the deadly blow over here with this assault cannon. So assault cannon needing 3s to hit because it's a vehicle. That's what I call accurate firepower. They've all hit. Strength 6, toughness 7. So 5s to wound. Only 1 wound. There's AP -1.
It's 3 up.
3 up armor.
Oh,
okay. It's finally failed one. Down to 3. Now the D6 heavy flamer. This is all been decided off camera as to what combination of firepower it is. So it's D6. Auto hits. Only 1. Strength 5, toughness 7. And that's no wound from the heavy flamer. Okay. So that's that dreadnought there completed. Now we're going to do... we have to think of what we're going to do next. Tough decisions here. This assault squad, he's going to shoot... we're probably going to split fire with some of the bolt pistol weaponry. Or if not... Actually, I'll tell you what, we're actually going to chip off some wounds here. 7 shots with bolt pistols into this Riptide. Needing 3s. All but 3. 4 hit their mark. 5s to wound. 1 wound. AP -0. 2 up armor.
2 up.
That's a 4. Of course, bounces off. And we've got 2 plasma pistols. They are all in range. Not going to supercharge. So 3s, and a good job I didn't supercharge. And the D6 auto hits onto this Riptide. So only 2. And that's 2 wounds. AP -1 because it's an assault weapon.
3s.
It makes it as well.
Goodness
Unbelievable. The armour saves for the tower has been unbelievable in this game. This Dreadnought here is going to fire the Stormbolter at long range into the Yuvara. And then the Assault Cannon is going to go into the same target as well. So the Assault Cannon first. Needing 3s. And I am within influence of the captain. Generates another hit. I've actually forgotten about that a few times. And I reroll 1s to wound as well because the lieutenant's nearby. That's another hit actually.
Another hit, yep.
Yeah. So reroll 1s to wound. No wounds. Yeah, it's appalling. So now the Stormbolter. Same combination, re-rolling the 1s. That's a 222.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's awful. Absolutely awful shooting from the Ultramarines.
Are you sure the Emperor blessed those dice?
I've made a cast. Okay. I've made my decision. The combination of firepower. This Storm Raven is going to unleash. So I'm going to risk it here. I'm going to fire two multi-melter shots, or 4 in total, into this Riptide. And then I'm going to fire the 2 Storm Strike missiles into this Yevari, or whatever his name is. Then I'm going to fire the Hurricane Bolters and Assault Cannon into the Devilfish. Probably won't do any damage, but I'm going to risk it anyway, because it must be brought down. You cannot keep rolling these invuns all game, so I'm going to risk it here. 4 multi-melter shots, maximum firepower within 12, needing 3s to hit, no rerolls. Okay, 3 hits, that's statistical. Strength 8, toughness 7, needing 3s. That is above statistical. You have got a 3-up invun save.
I have!
Each one of these is D6 plus 2 damage.
Needs to make these.
Needs to make these.
One's gone through.
One's gone through. Okay. This is...
I've used my reroll.
Now,
so...
I'm going to use a Patreon here. I will use this Patreon. D6 plus 2 damage. This is Maxfield Knuckles' Patronic dice. The big Patronic dice. For the Emperor. A 1! Oh! 3 damage, never mind. Still.
Is it 3 or 4 damage?
It is 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Of course, so he was an 11, so he goes to 8.
Goes down to 8. Okay. So that's the multi-melters done there. Okay, I'm using 2 Patronic dice here. James Ortero and Winston Adkins' Patronic dice. They're going to fire the 2 Storm Strike missiles into Yavari. So I'm going to do James Ortero first. Okay, 3s to hit. He hits his mark. Thank you, James. Now likewise with Winston Adkins. Oh, Winston! No! Okay. Oh, okay. Right, we've used the Patronic dice for these 2. Thank you guys for your support on the channel. Will this pay off? 3s to wound with the missile. It goes through, but does it penetrate?
So it must be AP? Or...
It is AP minus 3.
Okay, so it's you
So
roll.
it's a 4 plus he's going to pass. I just...
Why?
Oh, what a shame.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, I'm off to the casino now.
Right, we'll just try and forget that moment. Well, I don't know what we can't charge, we're gonna die. Through Overwatch, it's just silly. But anyway, the past is the past now. We must continue to bring down more firepower against the Devilfish. So I'm gonna fire the Assault Cannon first. So, needing 3s. Okay. That's pretty good firepower. Can't complain. Okay, 3 have missed their mark there. Strength 6, toughness 7. So...
Ah, that's a good.
Only 2 have gone through. It's AP -1, so 4 up armor save.
Oh, look at that.
Snake eyes.
Finally, I've rolled
Perfect
some ones.
timing, yeah. Which it should have been for him. Instead, it's the Devilfish. So, will the Codex, Adept to the Codex secondary objective pay off? So, first round of Hurricane Bolter Fire. 3s. Take away those misses. That's pretty good. Strength 4, toughness 7. 5 to wound. That's a 5. That's an ultra symbol. That's 2. That's AP -1, and he rolls a 4. We'll score 3 victory points. Yes!
Oh, it's done
The
it.
Devilfish has gone. Does it blow up?
On a 1.
On a roll of a 6.
On a 6, of course.
Yeah, on a roll of a 6. It doesn't blow up, and the occupant's inside.
Right, we've got 10, 12
12
because I've got
models.
10 breachers and
Yeah.
I've got 2 drones. 2,
Okay.
4, 6, 8,
10.
10, 12. Not looking for ones.
Okay, not looking for ones.
Ah! There's a couple. No, that's
There's
fine.
a couple.
That's fine.
Okay,
That's what you
so a
said
couple of
too.
models have been slain. All is not lost. Not quite yet. Will the tactical squad and the lieutenant bring this model down? We shall find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire the lieutenant first. The ballistic skill of 2+. 2s. Okay. 2s to hit. They've all hit. Now the new rules here, I can't reroll 1s because it's not core unit. It only applies to core units. So this is strength 4, toughness 7, 5 to wound. Actually, that's 2 wounds. That's actually AP -2 because of Storm of Fire Warlord trait.
So we need those 4s.
We do need those 4s.
So
1
both of them.
wound
It's only
left.
1 wound.
1 wound. Okay. That's the lieutenant. That's heroics there. Now, this combat squad over here. Okay, the sergeant and the specialist battle brother are going to fire the melter guns into this Riptide here. It's needing 3s. Reroll 1s thanks to Kato Sakairos, which pays off. Strength 8, toughness 7, 3s to wound. Only 1 wound, AP -4, so he's got a 3+ in vulnerable save. Ugh,
It's good.
no good for the Ultramarines. However, we have 6 bolter shots into here.
His last chance.
My last
Can they do it?
roll of the dice. Here we go. So needing 3s to hit or re-rolling 1s. You know I said in previous battle reports this is the quickest turn we've ever done. This is the longest turn we've ever done for the Ultramarines. So 4 have hit their mark, 5s to wound, and 6s generate AP minus because of the Warlord trait.
No.
Nothing. And that's it. Unbelievable.
Wow.
So, no wounds whatsoever. It's a mission failure there. We are... Do we charge... What is your weapon stats?
This
I'd
guy
like to know.
here has
Yeah.
got a flamer,
Okay.
which is doing, I think, 8 shots. 2d6.
2d6.
And he's also got an ion cannon, which is...
Yeah.
How many shots? 6 shots.
6 shots. It's tough. Really, really tough. Unless... Now, the captain stood still.
Didn't he dismount?
No, because that was when it exploded from the last turn. Yes? Did he...
Yes, it was blown up on my turn.
He was
you're
blown up
right.
on your
But
turn,
when they
but he
exit,
moved,
you're not
didn't
allowed
he?
to- yeah.
Yeah. What I was thinking of doing is I hate this stratagem because it costs 3 command points to do orbital bombardment against that model there. But I couldn't do anything about that. So there's nothing we can do over here. But we can do some charges, however, against the infantry and against some of the Riptides. Okay, this tactical squad is going to charge into the breaches. They will get Overwatch for free because they are Tau. Okay, Overwatch, so he's going to fire the, what are the weapons called again?
So we're going to use their shotguns.
Shotguns.
Pulse blasters.
Pulse blasters.
Yeah, they sound like shots.
They sound like shotguns.
They're going to get 2 shots, because you're at close range, they get their close range stats.
Yeah.
And then after that, we are rolling a photon grenade at you.
Yes, for -1 to hit.
Yeah. Let's do the guns first.
Guns first.
You need 60s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits.
Right. Strength 6, toughness 4, so it's 3s to wound.
3s to wound. Only 1 wound.
Only 1 wound, okay. AP -2, so you're 5+ armor save, and that saves. So now the photon grenade. So
6.
4 is not a hit, so we got off.
No, it's 4 shots.
Oh, it's 4 shots.
Yeah.
So I beg your pardon. It's fragmentation, isn't it?
So now we're looking for 6.
Yep, 6.
1.
And it does go through, and that's -1 to hit rolls for the Ultramarines. Any other units within 6 of the targeted unit gets to fire Overwatch as well.
So that's the commander with his missile pods.
Commander with his missile pods.
6 shots.
You're using 6s.
It's 2.
2 hits. Strength
7.
Toughness 4. 3s to wound.
Both go
wounds,
through.
AP -1. Okay. 1 wound. So
it's D3 wounds.
Oh, D3 damage. Okay, 3+. It kills a
So
marine.
that'll kill a marine.
Yeah. So we're going to take off this one over here. This battle brother has been slain. Right, now the combat squad reduced in close combat ability, sadly, due to the casualty. We're going to roll to see how far they charge. That's a 8.
Good.
They're in. Okay. Next we're going to do the chaplain. He's going to get stuck in as well. Why not? Yeah, I'm going to put the Marines forward. I just want to get as many as I can towards the objective, if possible.
I'm with you, yeah. So I'll
Yeah,
go
so
there.
I'm going to do that.
Just going to move the smoke. He's run through the smoke.
That's fine.
You happy with that setup?
That's fine. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, great.
And the chaplain. Okay, the chaplain. Oh, he's definitely in. That's a 10.
Do I get Overwatch from him because he's not in his combat?
He's already fired.
So we're
yeah.
good.
So,
Okay.
no further Overwatch.
Wrap round this way.
He's going to try and go on the top over there.
Okay, that's going to be wobbly model.
That's wobbly model syndrome. He's going to come over there, like that. That's a good start for the assault phase for the Ultramarines. This assault squad is going to charge into the Riptide. It will get Overwatch because it's Tau. So it's 8 shots in 6s, 2 hits. Strength is 5. 3 to wound.
Needs 3s. Oh, 2 have gone through.
AP -1.
-1.
That's passed on a double 4. And any other Overwatch ability?
Yeah, he's also got his other gun. I'm going to go with.
Yeah. I'm going to check the stats for that.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
So nearly 6 hits. He's got 1.
Another one goes through. And this gun is strength 8.
Yeah. 2s to wound. Get that one. No. AP minus.
AP -4.
AP -4, and the damage output is 3. So it's going to kill.
3 as well.
That's going to kill an assault marine. The anonymous assault marine has been slain. We need a 9. We have a command point on reroll. On standby. Here we go. Oh yes! And we're going to play a stratagem. Right. Hammer of Wrath has been triggered. Spent a command point. And any rolls of 5s or 6s are mortal wounds.
Ooh.
So, that's 3 mortal wounds on your Riptide.
He's on 5 now.
From 5 wounds remaining. Dreadnought's going to charge, and it's going to get stuck in. Just as a footnote, I couldn't do Hammer of Wrath with the Assault Marines because it actually exceeds the toughness of the Hammer of Wrath ability. So against light infantry it'd be good, but not against Riptides. So apologies from that part. Again, hold the comments up. So the Dreadnought with a command point on standby. Here we go. That's a 10. Wow, we want to get stuck in today. So the Dreadnought is in combat. Okay, 4 attacks, +1 for being an Adeptus Astartes. I'm not going to use Wisdom of the Ancients. I'm going to risk it here. So needing 3s to hit here. Oh dear, 1 hit. Okay, strength is times 2, so strength 7, strength 14. So it is...
against 7.
Actually, I think it's strength 6. I'll just hold on a second. Strength 7, it is strength 6. So it's 12. So it's 3s to wound. And that is a wound. Hold on a second. We'll just double check.
I don't know which one.
I don't know which one. Oh no. We'll double check on camera. Okay. That was a 3. We've decided, both players have agreed that it was a hit, a successful wound. Rolling a 3+ invuln save, no, and that's a flat 3 damage on that Riptide. Sergeant has got a power sword, in 3s. Unbelievable. Right, we'll have to do the chain swords. The battle brother with the flamer. 1 hit. No wound. Okay, that's that done. Next is the chainsword. Alright, okay, I'll re-roll that dice again. It's a nightmare. Actually, I'm going to do some little trickery here. Thank you very much. So, needing 3s to hit with the Adeptus Astartes chainswords. 15 hits. This is strength 4, toughness 7, needing 5s to wound. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 wounds. Okay, it's AP -1. 4 saves.
3 ups.
Of 3 ups. He uses armour save. And again, it has paid off. The chaplain hasn't been hit by the photon grenade. He's going to hit on 2s, and he's going to re-roll those misses because of a litany of hate. Keep forgetting it only applies to core units. So they've all hit anyway. This is strength +1, so it's strength 5. We're going to double check the strength here of the Crozius Arcanum. It may be strength 6. Now +2 strength, the Crozius Arcanum has improved. Needing 2s to wound. And they've all wounded, and it's AP -1. So you got a 5 up.
5 ups.
Okay.
No, it's 4.
4 have been pummeled. Ouch. Okay, 8 attacks, needing 4s to hit because of the photon grenade, but re-rolling because of the litany of hate. So re-roll those 2s. Wow, that's a good dice roll actually, and I got a re-roll on standby. Oh, they've all hit. The photon grenade did not work, and it's 3s to wound. Ah, it's a shame. So it's only 3 saves of 4+. Another 1 has been brought down. So that's all the charges done. Now the tower will get to react and do their pilot moves. The Riptide is going to go first. It's got 3 attacks.
On the Assault Marines.
On the Assault Marines, needing 5s to hit.
Nothing.
Missed, nothing.
Okay.
Missed. So the Riptide is not good in close combat.
And then the tower, 5 attacks needing
5 attacks needing 5s because they're fire warriors. They're breachers rather.
1 hits.
And 5s to wound.
Oh, he's done it. He's wounded.
3 up save.
Wow, he's killed 1.
Well, he's got 1 wound on the...
Oh, of course, 2 wounds.
They're 2 wounds each now. Not quite like it used to be. So that's the end of the close combat phase, and we're going to conclude now at the end of... now I've got to do the morale actually. They will pass, so you can take them off. However, the breachers are in trouble.
Totally. Yep.
So they're going to check their leadership now.
Do we want to...
Okay, adding 5. That's a 6.
11. Good, that's bonding ritual.
So
that means they automatically pass because of bonding.
Oh, because of bonding, nice.
So that was lucky.
So that was very, very lucky there.
And I think you've got 1 test, but you've only lost 1. So
yeah,
good.
We get +1 of their leadership because we are the Sons of Guilliman. So that concludes the morale phase. We're going to calculate victory points now. Ultramarines, they gain a single victory point, Codex Warfare, for destroying that unit, which is the Devilfish with a rapid fire weapon, with their current doctrine being tactical doctrine with a rapid fire weapon. There's actually 3 victory points for the Ultramarines, for another 3 because of Bring It Down has been successfully achieved. So for the Ultramarines, for victory points, they've got another 3 victory points for taking down a vehicle, which was the Devilfish. So that's scored for us 5 points, which is good. Actually it's 4 points because it's a single unit. from the rapid fire weapon and the current doctrine. So the score is now at the beginning of a new battle round now. We're in battle round 4 for the Tau. So Tau turn 4 here. So the score is...
Ultramarines are on 9 points at the moment.
Yeah.
But they should start picking up objectives finally from the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah.
The Tau are on 37, but they are picking up 10 points here because they control this objective here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because of OBSEC on 5 units versus 4, they've got control of this as well.
Yeah.
So that means it's now 47 plays 9.
Yeah. So what I think tactically, I don't think the Ultramarines are going to grab this victory here that they need. So
you need 38 points. There's 30 maximum points available for you on the objectives.
Yeah.
And then it's whether you can get secondaries, but that's assuming we don't score any points. And
yeah, I think what you're going to do is concentrate all the firepower and destroy them, because we hold that objective there.
Destroy the OBSECs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that there is contested there. So, to be honest with you, there's no point in continuing the mission. I think the Tau have done it because I've kept passing those saves from that single model.
We've got some nasty surprises for this turn.
We've got some nasty surprises for this turn. I think I know what their plan is, how to deal with the Ultramarines here. But what a game. What a game. It has been an absolute fantastic game. Unfortunately, the Ultramarines had to concede, but a valiant attempt nonetheless. Not many casualties. We've lost the Storm Raven, we've lost the Devastators, we've lost 1 or 2 of the Tactical and Assault Marines, but the thing is that on, I think, Tau turn 4, they have the initiative in this. It was something different. It was something different nonetheless. Everything coming on for reserve. It's very, very rare that that happens. If it was an assault vehicle coming out last, that would be quite good. But it was not to be for the Ultramarines there. So the Tau do have their victory. But what an epic game of 40k it has been. So units of the game for the Tau. And I think I know which model it is. That pesky model there. Yeah, what's his name? Yuvara. Passed every save imaginable with 1 wound remaining. It's unbelievable. So that's the unit of the game for the Tau. For the Ultramarines, the Storm Ravens did pretty well. Tactically, I'd say this Storm Raven here, because it brought the most points for the Ultramarines, and the firepower has been pretty impressive as well. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching this battle report on the JB Wargamer 87 YouTube channel. If you've enjoyed this channel and enjoyed this battle report, do check out more content. If you want to check out more content, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and hit the bell button so you won't miss another video, and also hit the like button, which I really appreciate, and of course leave a comment. What was your most epic moment in this fight? I'd love to hear in the comments below. As you can see in front of you, these are all the patrons that are currently supporting me on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. And the other thing as well is that if you want to be a member of the 18th Cadian Army Group, do consider heading over to the Patreon page, www.patreon.com/JBWargamer87, and be a part of the Army Group and that of the Ultramarines. Do check out the Etsy store. Remember, if you do purchase the objective markers, you get an autograph by myself, and if you're a Patreon member, you get a digitalized signature on top of my written signature as well, as a special bonus for supporting me when you're doing content on the channel. Thanks to the sponsors as well. The affiliation link, remember, from GoblinGaming. Do check out that for exclusive 40k discounts and all your wargaming needs. Thanks to Siege Studios for their sponsor as well, and of course the Magnet Baron and Gammat.eu. And of course, thank you to Russell for coming down.
And my advisor as well.
And
Charlie.
your advisor, Charlie, your son Charlie. He was a very tactical expert indeed. He knows his codex. He's a young lad, he's 16, but already he's a hardened veteran of the 40k universe itself. So there you go. So thank you, Russell, for coming down.
Pleasure.
What a game, epic game, first debut game against the Tau. I knew it would be a bane. I knew the Riptides would be such a pain in this game. So there you go. You've just watched another episode on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, happy wargaming.